note of the readings, then you understand what I talk. And after this, I started realizing, hey, what are we? We are nothing but 70% of water, right? So what if I put a pyramid here? I'll become an alkaline. Start using. And also, I almost for a year, I did a lot of experiments on water. So what I did, I took 2 jars, most of you would have done this, put some rice in both, add some water, kept it little far away, and one I wrote, I gave it, one I wrote, I love it. And I told my kid, every day you come to the every jar, you go here, speak loudly words, and go here and you scold. He came to the love jar and I said, hey, I love you, so beautiful, so good. Then he went to the head jar. Oh my God. The way he scolded it, I was like, where did he learn? You want to really understand your kids? It's like, stupid. Okay. You're scolding too much. Same house, same temperature, same pressure, same light intensity, same rice, same water, same glass jars, same voice, same frequency. But the experiment results was different. After a week, he called me and mom, hey, come, there's something interesting I want to show. The jar where he was continuously telling I hate you, scolding, it got full of worms. Literal worms. It was just trying to crawl. We have to clean it. The one we were selling, I love you, stayed like that beautifully. So the water, our words have effect on the water. So when I scold a person, we are actually creating worms inside them. Not only him, your words are going inside your ear. You are creating worms. Why can't you love everybody? Why can't you share love vibrations? Why can't you be sweet? Why can't you be soft? Why you want to be harsh? Why you want to hurt others? Why you want to always speak nonsense about others? What you are co-creating in others and you. So the pyramid has the power to convert the water. Even the taste of the water changes. I have experimented. For you to sense the taste of the water, your taste buds has to be. Not everybody can see the small, tiniest, subtle differences in the taste. If anybody of you, any of your relatives come from the villages, give to them, they will. City is God. You put all the junk. This doesn't work. Sorry, nothing. And the second experiment was a very interesting idea. One of my employee back then, I was running a startup software company. So previously I worked with MNC. So I quit and I started a startup company. So he was my coder. The 5 days he comes, he codes with me. And 2 days he goes into this father's place where they are near the forest. They do a lot of farming. So I told them, hey, take these pyramids and do some experiment in the farming. And he said, he didn't say anything. He started looking into the computer. He was coding. I'm like, come on, I'm talking to you. He said, sir, do you have any idea on agriculture? I said, I don't know. I'm a city boy. I only know to go to Big Bazaar to buy you a packet of rice. I don't know. I never been to the fields. He said, then why are you suggesting? We don't know anything about agriculture. Get lost. I said, Array, use this pyramid. It's going to change the DNA of the seed. Your yield will increase. You started laughing. So what should I do to make him believe? I said, okay, Baba, let's do an experiment for 10 days. I took these 2 jars. Sprouts, you know, right? Sprouts. Soaked it. Sprouts were ready. I put it in the 2 jars. One without a pyramid, one after 3 feet. Another sprout jar with a pyramid. Near his table. So that he should not think, sir did some manipulation in the experiment. Near his table. So he is a watchman. He laughed and he said, okay, let it be there. Let me do my coding. After 10 days, he called me and said, sir, in one of the jars, they're full of fungus. I think we need to remove it. It's pungent smell. And the one which is kept inside the pyramid is still fresh. I took it and I ate. Then he saw me, am I still alive? Any stomach ache, nothing, no problem. Then he also ate. Then he said, now I believe. Seeing is believing. You may be a great master, you may have done so much of sessions, but do one simple experiment. It will change your mindset. It will increase your belief system on what you see. The pyramid not even draws. Whatever we keep under it, it preserves. You have to experiment with the apple, with the banana. There is a guy called Lakshman Rao. He's in Guntur. I've been to his home. Patriji told me, go to Guntur, stay with him, learn from him. So I went there. And my God, he blew my mind. What he did is, he took 4 laser lights and he designed something where he fixed all the 4 laser lights. He turned it on and all the 4 laser lights came to a point and it became a pyramid. Even that is working. I was like, give me a break. I'm not able to even understand what is happening. And the place, Guntur, is very hot. If you keep a tomato outside in 1 hour, the tomato will change. So hot. In such a place, 40 days, he has kept a basket of tomatoes. It just got preserved as it is. We put everything in the fridge. Dump your time. Why don't you keep some pyramids and keep some vegetables and fruits? We are so much worried, right? Chemicals, manipulations, what adulterations they have done to the food. Why don't you expose all the food that you have come to your home, 1 hour, the raw materials? Why don't you expose the water that you are using in your kitchen? Where your children are drinking, you are cooking in it. Expose the water to the pyramid. The energy that goes inside the water, it actually amplifies. And there is one book I will show you at the end. If you are really interested to know, and for people who think, what is this all science? There are more than 500 scientists have given their readings. 500 scientists, they have given their experiment in that one book. Back then, I was about to give a conference in Delhi about the pyramid. Patriji, my group called me and said, you read this book, you draw a lot of points from there, I want you to present the points. And all other books, he said, it's old generation. This is the latest. I tell about the book in the end. In that book, there was a very interesting point. Somebody kept a poison inside them. What happened? The intensity of the poison came down. And one guy kept a wine bottle inside the pyramid. And the 1 year wine started tasting like 10-year-old wine. I'm giving you a business idea. Try, experiment. If you can find someone who is working on the microscope, biology, biochemist, do your experiments. I met a scientist. He said he energized the water and he did not give the formula. Where the energized water, if a person takes, it naturally cures the cancer cells. Water has the capability. Program the water, the pyramidized water. You can change the water, you can change the formula. Because water has memories. Water has memories. I don't know how many of you have seen Harry Potter. How many of you? Yeah. At the end, to crack the entire Harry Potter's riddles, what does the Professor Snape take the water? It has memories. Your water has memories. Then the mold of put and see what exactly happened. Then they crack the. So the water inside us has memories. The water inside us, we can program it, we can change it. Use the pyramids wisely. So after this proud experiment, my understanding changed. Then he agreed, okay, now I will do some experiment in my fields. So then how much big pyramid should I give? He has a very big field. How can I give so many pyramids? No, not possible. But the water what they use for the agriculture, it's in a small place. And the seeds what they use for agriculture can be put in a small place. I gave you 2 pyramids. Ask them put one water source and one in the seeds. And he said, we have a very big well and also a very big pond. How to energize the whole water? And I told him, even though we have 70% of water, how the doctor treats us, very little of liquid they send inside, it spreads through the whole body. So you just energize a small quantity of water, pour it in the tank or the well, the whole energy changes. He did that. On that year, all the surrounding fields, they had a poor crop. This guy had lot of that yield. So that inspired me again to do a lot of research in agriculture. So when I told all these readings and learnings to Patriji, he asked me to write a book on spiritual agriculture. I did that in more languages. Started giving to a lot of farming communities so that let the yield increase. Because we need food to eat. So this is evidence, physical evidence we can see the body is healing. In the house, the water is getting healed. We can test it. And again, in the crop, yes, the yield is more. We can see. Similarly, there are certain photographs called Galilean photograph. There is a guy called Konstantin Korotov. He's from Russia. He has devised and created devices called GDV, gas discharge visualization technique. So through some devices, we are able to capture the energy of or the aura or the chakras of any element, any fruit, any person. I have my own device with me. I keep experimenting myself. I put my fingers for almost 1 year. I was checking how is my energy, how is my chakras. And the whole year, I've been able to maintain proper energy and a proper balance. When we go and claim ourselves as masters, let us test. So I keep experimenting. It has to align with the truth. We say we are great master, we are enlightened master, but when we see the measurements, if it matches, look at the conviction we get. Look at the confidence we get. Yes, I've seen my own readings. Not just knowing is enough, seeing is needed. Feast, give the feast to the eyes, give the experiment to the eyes. So this is Galilean photography before and after. A leaf and a fingerprint. There are certain devices, yes, it is very expensive, but they are able to capture the energy before and after. How will we measure anything as success is before and after? So before meditation, after meditation, before pyramid and after pyramid, before programming a water, after you program a water. You can experiment it. You can see the difference. Then the whole conviction changes. The mindset of a person is very important. If a small change in the mind, it will give a drastic results. So if anybody is interested, this is the word you need to search, that is career photography. I understand energy keeps changing. I understand aura keeps changing. But when you do experiment of before and after, yes, definitely you can catch some readings. I have done experiment on person, water, also environment. But every time I see a great energy shift. For example, during the what do you call that as eclipse, what do people tell in the phone? Don't eat. The negativity is more. Right? They have been telling from the childhood. But how do we measure it? So the devices which we have, it calculates the energy of the environment. So in the during the eclipse, we saw the energy going down, then it's coming. So the more we see, the more conviction we get. Like it is more easy. The mind is the most important device. Actually, our problem is not mind. Problem is mindsets. Problem is the thoughts which the mind gives. We all scold our mind. No need to scold. The mind is a beautiful instrument. And everything which we think, everything you call it as imagination or illusion or power of the mind, everything is in the third eye. But the third eye has two petals. One is intuition, one is mind. Both origins are same. But only a spiritual master uses the intuitions, where the rest of the world are only feeding in the mind. The pyramid even corrects the mind. Your negative thoughts comes to. I work with intuition, complete intuition. For everything I get intuition. That is the voice of the soul. If you wear a pyramid, you can naturally see the thoughts comes down. Very less. The thoughts waves, reduces, it relaxes. Spiritual health is the root, physical health is the. So when you start working on the spirit, then the physical health automatically gets. The whole concept of quantum, the people say about quantum a lot today. It's a buzzword everywhere. Quantum, quantum. It's nothing but converting a body, mind, humans into body, mind, soul beings. That's all. Making them understand that that's because soul. So this is what